And good morning, all, and happy Halloween. It is Halloween after all. It is Friday, October 31st, last day of October the 31st. Tomorrow, November. Woo! You ready? Ready for the holidays? Because you know at 12:01, Mariah's coming out, and it is Christmas time. So, you ready for it? You ready? You ready? You ready? Now, today, Makers Movers Podcast. I'm your host, Todd. Right? I don't know why I said it that way. If it's your first time here, long time here, and you know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area, and 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? We're rocking the cosmic vibe Celsius this morning. As far as 5 things, it is busy. It is busy. I've got some design work to finish up in meetings this morning, and then the rest of the day is all kids. We've got a class party. We've got a Halloween parade. We've got to get kids. Then we've got to set everything up for Halloween tonight. We still got a lot to do to get there for it, to get everything set up, table set up, heater set up, all of that, because we go all out for Halloween. Neighbors have already asked what time, what are they bringing, how are we doing stuff. So, rocking and rolling. Happy Halloween to you guys today. Now, today, what are we talking about? DTF, but not the DTF you're thinking. We're talking about determined to finished. How we can keep going when orders pile up, customers ghost us, or your press decides to give you some attitude. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But first, let's check in and let's see how people are doing. Janessa, hey. Janessa placed an order. Janessa, your order should get there today, right? I think. And Barb, good morning. North Central Minnesota, 35. Possible wintry mix. I'm not down with that. Hot tea in the cup, 5 things. 3D printing, digitizing, stitch out tests, laser patch setups, write blog posts. Barb's got a busy day there. There, now you switched accounts. Now we see you. Well, I see me both places. Jerry, morning, Barb. Pasha, good morning to you. Michael, good morning. Barb, hi, Jerry. Alania, good morning. Jerry, hello, everybody. Getting ready. That's right. Good morning to you as well, Michael. So ready for Halloween. So ready for Mariah. What part are you ready for? Not ready for the time change or winter. Are we still time changing, or have they decided to fix that yet? Because that'll be Saturday night, right? Where we will gain the hour of sleep. And then it'll be dark at like noon. It'll be crazy. Linda's driving. Be safe, Linda. Hey, Linda. Careful, Linda. That's right. Woohoo! I have lots of bows to bring out. Ooh, it is that time of year. We've got, speaking of that time of year, as far as designs, I've got, what am I working on right now? Let me look and see, because I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new rhinestone designs that we'll try and get listed out. Probably be before the show for sure on Tuesday. 5 are in the works right now, and then I'm going to do my best that every day. So I guess I should start it today, because tomorrow's the first, to get everything pushed through. So we're doing a design a day at least, going out, rocking and rolling for every day in November, that a new rhinestone design gets put out there. So that's my goal for it. I've got 5 in, so let's rock and roll with it. Ready for all of it, because you got bows to bling. Cindy, good morning to you. 6'7" is Megan's rounds on TV. I'm telling you, it's everywhere. It's in the dictionary, right? I can't wait to see the teachers and their stuff today. In fact, that just made me think of something. I need to send Corey a quick message. So when things happen on weekends, it's like, oh, I got to make sure that this is taken care of today, so that way it's taken care of before the weekend. So that's done. Yeah. There it is. All right, cool. 5 things. Christ or Christmas? That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with both of them. You had a rough day yesterday, didn't you, Cindy? I think so. Claire, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. As we get into November too, we are looking for, what are we looking for? We're looking for flash deal sales. I'm setting up to I got to reach out to both Plar and Crystal and make sure we're good to go on Monday to do a meeting to go over kind of what we're planning and thinking, and that way we can set up flash deals, so we can set up things with that. Still working through the wizard. I'm really holding off that we can pull it off in November. So little by little, we'll get through it all to get that out there. And there's a chance we can even get one CAM's machine that's online this weekend. Installation should be wrapped up, and then we'll be good to go with the next step. So tune in Tuesday for, the State of the Union, everything that's going on. Some people love it, some people hate it, but hey, make sure to go like and subscribe so you're notified when we go live. So let's see. What do you say? Yeah. Okay. Corey's replying. What do you say? We get into it, right? Now, Fridays. Hey, Fridays. That's today, right? In our world, does it come with, a casual dress day? I think every day is casual dress day. But what do Fridays always seem to bring? Caffeine, right? It's end of the week, so we got chaos. And then what else do we have? We have those countdowns to those deadlines. Stuff has stacked up all week. Inbox could look like a crime scene. And, you have that one customer that still hasn't sent in their size list. Meanwhile, today is a day that your press decides that it wants to test your patience. But you know what? You're still standing. And you are still pressing. And that's what today's episode is all about. DTF, determined to finish. Because being a good maker isn't just about creativity or talent. It's about the grit. It's about pushing through the noise, the hiccups, the late nights, and that one file that just won't open, and still getting the job done through all this. The thing about determination is it's not loud. It's not glamorous. It's the quiet kind of power that shows up when everything in you wants to stop. It's what separates hobbyists from business owners, dreamers from doers. You do not have to love every moment of the grind, but if you stay determined through it, you'll come out on top every single time. Right? So today, we're going to talk about how you can dig deep when you're feeling exhausted, feeling overwhelmed, or frustrated, and we can still cross that finish line with pride. All right? So, number one, let's just focus on one press at a time. All right? When everything feels like it's falling apart, your brain will try to handle everything at once. Me. That's what I do. Emails, designs, packaging, shipping. That one customer who messages, hey, any updates? 5 times in 10 minutes. But multitasking does not make us faster, makes us frantic. Okay? Instead, let's just try zooming in. Let's just focus on one press, one shirt, one task at a time. Because momentum does not come from the chaos. It comes from the clarity. Every small win is going to build up energy for the next one. And when you narrow your focus and you quiet the noise and make progress, you can actually feel. Right? Your goal isn't to do everything at once. It's to keep doing something until it's done. One task at a time gets you out of your head and back into action. So, some examples of this, a printer faced a mountain of sheets that they need to do cut and weed, right? Instead of panicking, they just broke it down into batches of 10. 3 hours later, finished them up without even realizing it, right? Another decorator shut off their notifications. Oh my God, that stresses me out so much. But I need to at times to shut off the notifications, and they just focused on that one thing they needed to do. The moment she finished, that stress just melted away because that progress kills feeling overwhelmed, right? So, action step. When things feel impossible, write down just 3 tasks. Finish those, then reassess. Not 20, just 3. That's why every day we got, 5 things. What are 5 things we're going to handle today? Those are the top 5. All right. Numero 2, all right, is let's build your power playlist. Hey, I don't know if you know this. Music changes everything. You can't stay in a funk when your workspace is blasting confidence, right? Your playlist isn't just background noise. It's an energy reset. When you're mentally fried, tell me if I'm wrong, but that song, the right song, that can really shift your mood faster than any motivational quote ever could, right? Now, the trick is to curate songs that remind you of who you are in your best days. Songs that make you want to dance while you're lead final, songs that make you want to feel like you can handle anything, because honestly, you can. You know, if you're pressing late at night or cleaning up after a long week, use music as your momentum switch. You're just not finishing orders. You're closing out your week stronger than ever. So, some examples of this is one decorator has, Finish Friday, that playlist that they play every time that they get behind. The moment it starts, her brain flips from stress into action mode. Another one keeps press party mix, right? For their team. Yeah. Press party mix for their team. And whenever energy dips, they just hit play and the productivity skyrockets. So for this action step, pretty simple. Let's just create a 30-minute finish strong playlist. And you hit play every time you want to quit before you're done. Now, numero 3, right, is let's protect your mind from the what ifs. Ooh, so tough. When you're tired, your brain loves to lie to you, right? It says things like, what if I can't keep up? What if I mess this up? What if this customer never orders again? Truth is, those thoughts are not facts. They're just fear wearing a headset. When you let your what ifs take over, you waste mental energy at the time. You waste mental energy that should be going towards getting things done. Fear cannot live in the same room as focus. Every time you take action, even a small one, you prove that voice in your head wrong. The more you practice doing despite the doubt, right? The more you practice doing despite the doubt. Does that make sense? The more you practice doing despite the doubt, the quieter it gets. Oh, what the hell I was putting in there. The real determination is not waiting until you feel confident, but working until that confidence catches up. I 100% would rather look back and see that something failed than wonder what if I would have done it. Say that all the time, right? Some other examples of this is, a maker worried that she ruined an expensive hoodie. Pressed it anyway, turned out flawless. Confidence doesn't come before action, it comes after it. Another one almost turned down a large team order because they were afraid of messing up sizes. They accepted it in online order form, and it became their biggest repeat client. So for this, just write down one fear that's slowing you down, and then immediately take one small step that proves it wrong. So before we get into 4 and 5, let's check you back in and see what we got here for it. La 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 la. Good morning. Sign me up when you get the cams machine. Soon. Soon is what that's what everything. 5 things. All Christmas merch is out and getting ready for shows. Ended up with an oil leak in my car, so I have to figure out the transportation. Boo, Cindy. Boo. Hi, Cindy from Barb. Tenacity is our mantra. Look at that, Jerry. Just pressed my first DTF this week, and I love it. We love DTF. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but we are one of the handful of people that have been doing it since 2020 that have stayed consistent with it. There's a lot of people that came and gone throughout the years. A lot of suppliers have come and gone throughout the years. It is definitely a game changer in your business. We're getting so much closer being able to have Gangify over on TRW website, and I cannot wait for that. George, good morning to you, my friend. You're speaking the truth because thank you, because it's been upside down. Hey, I mean, Stranger Things did come out today, right? Upside Down World's back, so that makes sense. But Takina, I'm telling you, you're not alone. You are not alone. We deal with this all of the time. Keith, good morning from sunny but chilly Space Coast in Florida. Coffee in the cup. Yeah. What's chilly? Like our chilly, it's like 30 some degrees outside. You know you're not chilly. Just says you're part of my playlist when I'm in the lab. That's when I'm team replay. Loved it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I listen to XM Tailgate Party. Upbeat. We see. Love it. Love it. Love it. 9:30 snuck up on me. Morning all. Jeff, good morning to you. I have one called Just Fun. Love it. Themed to Top Gun. Oh, love it. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Neff, how about Jeff? Hi, Jeff and George. Hey, George. All right. All right. What do you say? We get right back into it. Number 4. Remember who's watching. Oh, right? You know, even when it feels like no one notices your hard work, someone is watching you. Your kids, your friends, your customers, your family, your community. They see you staying up late. They see you juggling orders. And most importantly, they see you refusing to quit. You are showing them what determination looks like. You know, when motivation fades, legacy kicks in. You know, you're not just building shirts. You know, you're building a story about resilience. Every finished order is proof that you're capable of more than what you thought. You know, reminding yourself who you're doing this for and why, that makes the grind way more meaningful again. So, some examples of this, you know, mom running her press from her living room told her kids, "This is how we build something better." Now her daughter designs her own mock-ups beside her. You know, another maker started sharing behind the scenes of the late night hustle videos. Her audience connected so deeply with honesty that her sales doubled. So, action step for this is let's just post a quick behind the scenes story today. Messy desk, late night, whatever it is. Let people see the determination that it takes to do what you do. And now, finish today. Don't chase tomorrow. Okay? When orders pile up, it is so easy to say, I'll do it tomorrow. But I don't know about you. Tomorrow never magically gives me more hours. It just inherits today's mess. The best way to win the week is to finish what's in front of you today. Now, finishing does not mean doing everything. It just means wrapping up what matters most. That one more thing that you push through might be the difference between a weekend of guilt and a weekend of rest. Discipline feels hard in the moment, but I will tell you that future you will thank you for it. Determined to finish energy means that you don't wait for the perfect conditions. You just close that loop now. So some examples of this is a printer decided just one last run before bed instead of leaving it. Next morning, woke up, clean prints, clear heads, no backlog stress, everything was done. Another example is a designer used Friday as finish line days. Every incomplete order got packed and prepped before they closed their laptop, and her weekend became guilt-free. That's what we do on Fridays. Fridays, we don't schedule anything hard deadline. We use it to catch up throughout the week. We use it for meetings. We use, it's kind of, okay, what do we need to set up and prep? Now, there's times that doesn't always work that way when we have a deadline that's there for it, but typically we do not try to schedule anything on Friday. So we have that leeway to pick up if things went crazy for the week. So, action step for this. Before we clock out today, choose one thing, just one thing to actually finish, and then leave work knowing that you earned your rest. So, to recap all this, here's how to stay DTF, determined to finish, even when your week's been chaos, is we're going to focus just on one press at a time. We're going to build our power playlist. We're going to protect our mind from the what ifs. We're going to remember who's watching, and we are going to finish today, not chase tomorrow. It's Friday, and yeah, you're tired. You've battled vinyl that didn't want to weed. You've battled customer confusion. You've battled caffeine shortages this week. But you know what? You're still here. You're still pressing. And most importantly, you are still pushing toward that dream of yours. So remember, determination isn't about loving every second of the work. It's about showing up even when you don't. That press might be giving you attitude, but guess what? You've got grit. You've got grit. Okay? You're DTF. You are determined to finish. So let's take a breath. Let's blast that playlist today and let's finish strong. And I promise Monday will thank you. That's what we got for you today. Now, with that, Monday, we're going to talk about pressing it until you make it. Because confidence doesn't come from waiting. It comes from pressing one shirt at a time until you believe you can do anything. And that's what we're talking about Monday. So questions, comments, concerns, let's post them up and down there before we get into it. We have mentorship community, your call starting in 27 minutes at 9:30. Then we'll jump into that. That I'm going to be popping in and out of because I have a very structured scheduled day to day where things need to happen so it doesn't go to complete chaos because of time frames with kids' school, parade, class party, setting up tables, setting up heaters, setting up inflatables. There's a very structured day today, and so we'll see how it works out. Keith says it's 52 here this morning. Let's see what do we got here. What is the actual temp right now? We'll see what the actual temp right now is. Because feels like 34, 38 feels like 34. Keith would die not having that. Jeff, classes are on. Yeah. And remember, that is 100%, Jerry. Remember, we are all here to help too. That's what the community is about. Use the community, lean on us, we'll lean on you. We're here to help you through it all. So with that, have a happy Friday, a happy Halloween. Don't forget the dad tax and the mom tax on candy tonight. We got to make sure that our kids are safe. We got to make sure there's no poison, that there's no razor blades, that there's none of that in there. So you make sure that you do that for the safety of your kids. Make sure that you tax that because that's one of the best parts of being a parent is being able to tax that, right? All right. With that, you guys have an amazing weekend. We will see you on Monday. Until next time, peace, love, press on, and we will see you then. I got to hit the button. See you guys.